Hello, how is everybody tonight? My name is Brittany and I'm a psychic medium, and tonight I'm going to do spirit-led mediumship. So we're going to kick that off in about 10-15 minutes. We're just going to wait for some people to get in here. How is everybody today? How's everybody's week going? Hello, Jody. How are you, beautiful? The energy has been a bit heavy, but I'm good. I'm just getting over some type of cold. I'm good, Jody. Just trying to get over this cold or whatever I've got going on. Hello for everybody watching. My name is Brittany and I'm a psychic medium, and tonight we're going to do spirit-led mediumship in about 10-15 minutes. Yeah, I was hoping that it was allergies, but... Hello, Monique. Hello, hello. So tonight is spirit-led mediumship, which means that it's all about what spirit wants. So whatever spirit comes through, it's kind of all on them about what or who that is going to come through. I don't have any control over who's going to come in. Kelly, yes, it gives you a little bit of time. Hello, Julia. Spamming the comments to get somebody to come through is not going to be how tonight works. This is all about having some patience and letting our past loved ones come through when they're ready to come through. I do a total of 3 free readings tonight. And it's whoever decides to come through. Hello, Leon. Hello, Joanne. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Beck. So tonight is spirit-led mediumship. Spirit-led mediumship is all about what spirit wants. So before I got started tonight, I kind of did a little pep talk with the people on the spiritual side of things, and I asked for them to come through in a very respectful manner. If you guys would visualize kind of a funnel, that's kind of how my spirit-led mediumship works. Your past loved ones kind of fall in kind of like a wave going in and out, and they let the people come through that need to come through. When I'm doing the readings, I will be sending out evidence. So it'll be like if it's male or female, maybe when they passed away, what age bracket, that kind of thing. We're going to ask that everybody keeps their personal information to themselves. Alexa, no, this is not paid. This is a spirit-led, which means that it's all about what spirit wants. I'm sorry, I do not speak Spanish. Julia, yes, I can speak with spirit guides, but tonight is not about spirit guides. This is going to be all about what spirit wants. So whatever loved one wants to come through, whatever loved one needs a message to come through. So I'm going to tell you guys that these rooms kind of get a little bit heavy with people. So it usually ranges between 100 and 250 people. So make sure that you're keeping that personal information to yourself, because otherwise scammers will be lurking on the outside trying to get your information. So they will do things like putting my name on an account and messaging you and telling you that I can connect with your loved one, asking you to send money, and then you don't get anything in return. So make sure you're keeping that personal information to yourself. Use the term loved one until I start to, give you evidence. We'll go through a period of time where I'm telling you what these people like to do, how they passed, what colors that they liked, the kind of personality they had, all those kind of things. And when I do that, I ask that you put blue butterflies in the 100% when you can take it 100% of the time. Kelly, if you would like to help, I would be so thankful. I do have mods that are that will be getting on, but they're just not quite on yet. All right. Thank you so much, Kelly. Cheryl. So guys, just make sure that you're keeping that information. Oh. Hello, Cassie. Courtney, go into your settings for the moderator and make sure that you're only muting for a minute. So like, Courtney, go on to Cassie's name, click on her comment like you're going to mute it, and go into your settings and make sure that it's only for a minute. All right, guys, so tonight is Spirit-Led Mediumship. So with Spirit-Led Mediumship, it is all about what Spirit wants. These readings are free. I do a total of 3 for tonight. And it's literally whatever Spirit comes through. I usually give it a few minutes to let everybody come in. I'll be starting in about 6 minutes to actually start the reading. I give it that time so that everybody that is drawn in can come in. And then I get started. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Tuesday. So for those of you guys that are just coming in, my name is Brittany and I'm a psychic medium. And tonight I'm doing Spirit-Led Mediumship. It's going to be starting in a few minutes. I'll connect in and I'll start channeling the messages that whoever's loved one wants to come through. These messages are all at random. There is no specific way that anybody can pull strings or whatever to get one person to come through versus another. It's all a natural thing. So as we're going through everything, make sure that you guys know, please do not put any personal information into the comments. We want to make sure that we keep this as scam free as possible. As you guys all know, by browsing through TikTok, it's sometimes a big thing. Spammers love to get your information, message you, and try to get you to send them money. They will pretend like they're a medium. So the first number one rule is that I or any notable spiritual person, whether that be a psychic, a medium, any sort of thing like that, will never message you to do a reading or for any sort of services. You have to reach out to us. So I will never ever message you. You have to reach out to me. You have to schedule with me in order to get communication with me. It's something that I'm very strict upon. All of my moderators know that we do not like to have any personal information in your comments, just so that we can keep you guys safe from the scammers that happen. So please make sure that you're withholding that personal information. Use terms like loved one instead, so that those scammers can't get into you guys' stuff, so that you're not getting messages, all those kind of things. We want to make sure that we keep this as high positivity, all that kind of good stuff as possible. So as I'm giving you guys the evidence from the first person that I pulled through, when you guys start to relate to the comments, really make sure that you're listening. And if you can take all of the evidence, then you put blue butterflies in the 100% sign. All of my moderators are trained to put, besides the ones that just started, that I just put in tonight, are trained to put in comments that you guys are supposed to follow. So when I'm getting ready to do a reading, they'll say hold their comments. If I identify that I have the person that their loved one is coming forward, they'll ask you to hold the comments. If you guys put your personal information into the comments and you guys continue to do so after we've asked you not to, you will be muted. And that's not to make it so that it's mean or anything like that. It's strictly to protect you guys, because we don't want anything happening to your information, especially because our past loved ones are something that's very dear to us. And, we want to make sure that everything is as clear as possible. We don't want any monkey business going on. Thank you for all the roses and all the likes. All right, moderators that are in here, are you ready? All right, guys. So I'm going to get started. I'm already starting to pull somebody through. He's got a ton of energy a brewing. So I have a male coming through. When he passed away in between the ages of like 40s and 50s. He's making me think that his wife is in here. He's a very, like, warm-blooded man. Like, to refer to him, it would be that somebody would refer to him as, like, warm. Like, he was always warm. He makes me feel really hot. He presents to me as a bigger guy. So when I ask him about the months that he would be associated with, he brings up the month of September and the month of February. He also is very particular about the number 22. The number 22 meant something to him. This gentleman would be associated with greens. If you were to ask him his favorite color, they would be in the green family. He shows me like a lot of different greens. When he presents to me, he shows me like in a green shirt. This man has brown hair. So I have a male that's presented. He passed away between the ages like 40s, 50s. His relationship, when I talk to him about his relationships, first and foremost, he blurts out husband. He leans me towards the fact that his wife is in here. The months of September and February are important to him, as well as the number 22. When I ask him about kids, he shows me the number 3. I asked him about his personality and his lifetime, and the first words that came out of his mouth was loud. He was a very loud guy. Everyone liked him. When I ask about his passing, he shows me him in a hospital bed. He makes me feel kind of fuzzy. He's making me move away from the passing itself and moving towards the celebration of life. His celebration of life was done in a big way. It's funny when he talks about it, he puts big in big bold letters. He shows that you guys really wanted to celebrate his life. This man makes me feel like he did a lot of driving. So, you guys, it's a male. He's between the ages of 40s, 50s. That's when he passed. He is definitely a husband to somebody in this group. His months of importance are going to be September and February, along with the number 22 is of a significance. He has a very loud personality. Like, literally, he, like, blurts out loud. He's loud. But he was a guy that everybody could get along with. When I asked him about, like, the colors that meant something to him, greens are, like, really important to him. He actually, when he presents to me, he shows himself in a green shirt. When I ask him about his kids, he keeps giving me the number 3. He makes me feel like he did a lot of driving. Like, he shows himself, like, behind a wheel. And then, above all, he's a really, really warm guy with a bunch of energy. He's a bigger guy, tall. He showed me his hair. He's got brown hair. When he talks about his passing, he doesn't really like to talk about the passing itself. But he shows me, like, a hospital bed. He's kind of feeling fuzzy in the head. But what means something to him is his celebration of life. Because it was done in a big way. When I ask him about what he liked to do in his life, he shows me, like, fish. So, fishing poles, fishing, boats, hunting. He's, like, showing me pictures of all these different things. So, like, he's showing me, like, orange, blaze orange for hunting. He's showing me the things that you would do with hunting. He's showing me property. So I have a male figure that is coming forward. He's between the ages of 40s, 50s. He's still a young guy. He is going to be a husband to somebody in here. And he's very particular that he is a husband to somebody in here. The month of September and February means something to him. And also the number 22 means something to him. I'm going to say, when he talks about his passing, this is going to be something recent. So 1 to 5 years. He's a very loud person, like loud, in charge type of person. Like everyone liked him. When I talk about his kids, he talks about the number 3 over and over and over again. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. He makes me feel like he did driving. He shows me, when I asked him about his work, he showed me a lot of pictures of like a steering wheel in the highway. He doesn't show me the actual thing that he drove, but he shows me like a lot of driving. When he talks about his hobbies like fishing, boating, hunting, he shows me like property. He's a very warm guy. Like he would be like physically warm, like all the time. Like he makes me feel really flush. He's a bigger guy, tall. When he presents to me in a green shirt, brown hair. When he talks about his passing, he doesn't really like to talk about the passing. He wants to kind of move forward from it. He just basically said, he shows me like a hospital bed and that he felt really fuzzy in his head. And he wants to talk more about the celebration of life and how you guys did it in a big way. Is there anybody that can take this 100%? If you can take this 100% and you have a husband in passing, please put your blue butterflies in the 100% sign. Kathy, 9, Ann. I need everybody to hold their comments, please. Every time that you have commented, your comment has been highlighted. Everybody, please hold your comments so that Kathy can make comments when I'm talking to her and she won't struggle. Kathy, do you have a husband in passing? Alrighty. So, with the term, I want to know if you resonate with something. When your name popped up and it held like really super bright, his exact words was, "That's my girl." Do you resonate with this? Okay. So, do you resonate with the passing within the 1 to 5 years? Okay. And then do you resonate with the color greens? Okay. And then does the month of September and February, do you resonate with those along with the number 22? And then his personality, he makes me feel like he was like a really loud person. Everybody could hear him. His laugh was loud. The way that it echoes in my head, he's just a very loud person. Do you resonate with this? Awesome. So then, do you resonate with him being like a super warm guy? Like, he's like a bigger guy and he's just super warm. Like I'm sweating. Okay. And then, do you resonate with him having brown hair? Okay. So would it be something in his character? So when he shows me his passing, he shows me it as like he doesn't really want to concentrate on it. He shows me a hospital bed, like he's fuzzy in the head, but he pretty much drops it right at that. Is that something kind of with his personality? He's very like proud of himself and he doesn't want you guys to remember those kind of things. He doesn't want you to remember those memories. He kind of like skips it completely to his celebration of life. Does that make sense to you? Okay. So his celebration of life, he shows me that you guys like did it in a big way. Like it was like a big bang. Does that make sense to you? Okay. So he has a lot of different things that he wants to make sure that he touches base. He makes me feel like his life was cut really short and that you guys were married for a substantial amount of time in your lifetimes so that, where are you going? He makes me feel that you guys' bond was very, very close. Like you guys had a very tight-knit bond. Something that would take you guys up from, like maybe teenage, very early 20s, all the way up until his passing. Do you resonate with that? Everybody, please hold your comments. This reading right now is currently for Kathy 9. Okay, just makes me feel like you guys are very close. Like you guys had a relationship like that was for a lifetime. Like he keeps making me feel like it was for a lifetime. You guys' relationship was like that close. Everybody, please hold your comments. I'll be able to answer those questions as soon as I'm done with this reading. Okay. So he wants me to make sure that you guys, first of all, that he shows me like a lot of you having to, you're trying to wear like many hats right now. And ever since his passing, those many hats have been very challenging for you. He wants to make sure that you know how much that he appreciates you even after his passing, and how much that he cares and loves you. He is showing like a lot of love. Like he shows me like giving you flowers, like taking you on dates. One of the pictures that he showed me was like a sunset. Does that make sense to you? Okay. So then he's showing me like that was the interesting part about some of the things that were coming through, is that the messages are coming through so fast that I have to kind of try to get him to slow down because he's so excited. Has it not been something, have you not gone to a medium? He makes me feel like he's got all these messages that have to get out. They're messages that you haven't been able to hear yet. Does that make sense to you? Okay. So that's why. So, that's why he's like so like super hyper, and like the messages are coming through so fast. So you need to know that he's around you. He wants you to know that, oh honey, he loves you so much. I mean, like he's literally like showing me flowers. Like if I had a bouquet of flowers, I would show you. Like he's literally like, he loves you so much, and he cares about you so much. And is there something like, did you guys have like a special chair, or like was there a recliner and a chair, or recliners or something where you guys sat in your living room together? Like that was like one of the things that you guys did? Okay, so he's showing me this living room. He's showing me like multiple areas. He's showing me a living room. He's showing me like outside on like a patio or something. He's showing me all these different things that you guys used to do together. And he wants you to make sure that you know that he is there. He's sitting in those chairs with you. He is going through the motions with you. And in this point in time, in the period of your grief, you need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. He makes me feel like you are taking care of everyone else, but you're not spending enough time with you. And when you spend more time with you, you'll begin to see the signs from him more and more. So take that step back and take care of yourself. He really wants you, he really is very adamant at you taking time and going into your sanctuary. So when he talks about your sanctuary, he says the word sanctuary, and then he shows me a bedroom. So you need to go into your bedroom. You need to go into your sanctuary. And you need to make sure that you take that time to yourself, because no matter what, at the end of the day, you're grieving too. It's not your job to take care of everybody while you're grieving. You have to make sure that you take care of everybody, but you also take care of yourself. Yourself has to be number one. You can't take care of anybody else unless you're taken care of. Does that make sense to you? Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you found me. I'm glad that he was able to kind of link everything together. So you need to know that when you sit with him, when you sit in your living room or on your patio or or wherever, you need to make sure that you know that he sits on your right. So when you feel something on your right, that is him. He says that occasionally he'll move in front of you to try to get your attention, but if you don't see it, if you don't feel it, then he just returns back to your right side. So that is the side that he's going to show you more signs of. So make sure that you are really taking everything, like take that deep breath. So I have a couple of meditations on YT, and I have a couple of meditations in my TikTok. And even if you're not a big meditator, just, even if you can sit through one and just kind of sit in your space after you get done. So there's a grounding one, and just kind of sit there after you get done and really just let everything, allow it to come, and you are going to feel stuff. He has a very passionate love for you, and it carried on into his afterlife. And he wants to make sure that you are happy. He wants to make sure that you succeed in life, because you do have a lifetime that you still have to be, that you're here without him. And he wants me to make sure that you know that you're okay, and that he is going to be with you, and he is going to help you. A lot of his messages are really wrapped around the love that he has for you. A lot of it is taking care of yourself and kind of putting certain things to the side so that you can take care of yourself. So, Kathy, just make sure that you know that your husband, no matter because he's passed, it doesn't mean that he's not with you. So know that he's with you every step of the way. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, you are more than welcome to. I do have space available, I think, in the month of May still. So you can schedule with me if you'd like. Otherwise, just know that he's with you every step of the way. He's with you all the time. Thank you so much for allowing me to open up. Thank you for coming into my live to make it so that this was possible. He is a very amazing man. You are so welcome, Kathy. Sounds good, Kathy. All right, everybody that's been asking about the readings. Tonight is Spirit-Led Mediumship, and tonight, oh, thank you. Tonight is all about what Spirit wants. So these readings are completely free. I do 3 of them in the evening. This is all about what Spirit wants. So whatever Spirit comes through is what Spirit comes through. And so when I do these readings, it's literally like they just kind of approach me. So it's whoever comes through with the strongest energy. So know that there isn't anything that you can per se do to make this happen. There is no money that you can send. There is none of that. And it is all about just what they want. It's all about their connection. So for those of you guys that were talking about that you really resonated with everything that was going on in that reading, that is what's called a postcard. So that is when your loved one teams up with their loved one and they have matching things. So if they both liked boating, or they both had a wife that they were with for a long time, or that they really had that strong connection, all of those things are called what's called a postcard. So that's your loved one saying, hello, how are you doing? You know, I'm here. I'm sending my love to you. Heather and Josh, yes, take it. I've done one reading so far. I have 2 more to go tonight. So for those of you guys that don't know who I am, my name is Brittany and I'm a psychic medium, and tonight is all about spirit. It's spirit-led mediumship. So the way that this works is that I go and I connect with whoever's loved one decides to come forward. I do not know who they're tied to when they first come to me. I just know that they are seeking a connection with somebody that's in my chat. I make it so that this is something that is very positive. I don't allow the negativity to be in here. I make sure that I am protected against anything, especially my energy, because doing these lives the way that I do it, it makes it so that my energy gets burned really quick. So this is all about doing stuff for spirit and doing stuff for you guys as their loved ones. And so we have 2 more readings tonight. And we'll get started in a minute. I'm just trying to get back my energy a little bit. Hello, hello, hello to all the new faces. If it's something that you guys don't want to sit through the live and you'd rather just schedule by seeing me do the mediumship, you guys are more than welcome to. My link is in the bio. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody's day? Happy Tuesday. We're almost to hump day, guys. Hello, hello. Welcome. Yeah. Okay. So young hot dog. I love to book a reading, though people have told me that my aunt doesn't come through sometimes. Sometimes that's the case. I mean, I really haven't had anybody that doesn't come through. I've just had people that are just more quiet. So like, for instance, the reading that I just had, he was super loud. Sometimes it just takes a little bit longer to connect, to get them to kind of bring through that kind of, those kind of evidential things. But usually I haven't had a reading that I haven't been able to bring at least, I think that everybody that I've ever read for, their loved one that they wanted to come through comes through. Corey, I have 3 of them today, and I'm glad that I do, because I am hot. I'm hot, hot, hot right now. Candy, I don't talk about how the cost, because the clock doesn't like it when we talk about cost. So all you have to do is go to my name, double click on it, and click on the link. And you can go to my webpage and you'll be able to see everything. You don't have to like schedule and then find out how much it is. It's all about, you'll find out before you schedule anything. Monica, I haven't had anyone close to me die, and I'm 40. Do people have to be close to you to come through? No. Not at all. Mom 4, Nana 2. I just need to hear something good. I'm in such a bad place emotionally. I am sending so much love to you. So the readings tonight are all at random. All right, mods, are you ready for another one? Hello, Melissa. Hello, everybody. Okay. So like I said earlier, my name is Brittany and I'm a psychic medium, and tonight is all about spirit-led mediumship. So those of you guys that don't know what spirit-led mediumship, it's literally readings that I'm doing for free, and it's all about what spirit wants. So before I even started my live, I had a kind of like a pep talk, and I only allow 3 readings in these. And it's only one person at a time that comes through, and it's very much of a whatever that spirit wants tonight. It's, you know, it's for you guys, and it's usually people that really need to hear those messages that it comes through. And so you just kind of have to have some patience. And usually when you least expect it, that's when somebody comes through. So don't think that this is kind of like a pay ya thing, or that, you know, like it's only to specific people. It's literally at random. You're going to see that it's literally at random when I'm giving the evidence. The other really important thing is that don't put personal information into the chat. I'm very big on my ethics, and part of my ethics is that I want to make sure that I protect the clients. So you guys, even if you're not getting readings, I still consider you my client. You're part of my heart. And so I really want to make sure that you guys stay protected and you guys don't get those messages like, hey, if you send me $20, I can connect with your dad, because that's not legit. Any person that's in the spiritual community is never going to message you, is never going to reach out to you. You have to come to us first. And so I want to make sure that throughout my lives, I tell this a million times, I want to make sure that you guys don't put your personal information into the chat. When I am getting ready I will present evidence. And when I present that evidence, you guys will be able to say, if you can take it 100%, you put butterflies and the 100% sign. Candy, yes. Every time that I'm live, I always make sure that I protect my clients, because you guys are the ones that are going to receive those messages. And sometimes if you guys have a low day and you guys don't really think about it, you might see my picture or another medium. You might like immediately say, oh yeah, that, you know, like they really think that they can connect. But in reality, it's just a fake. You're going to send your money away and you're not going to get anything. or you're not going to get anything real. All right, guys, so we're going to get started with the next one. Lowly. They're already always trying to scam you. Yeah. Block, block, block. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to all the new people. We're getting ready to start with the next one. So I have a male that's coming through. He passed away in his 80s. So this gentleman that's coming through, he passed away in his 80s. When I asked him about himself, the first month that really jumped out was the month of December. He was like, December is my month. So this could be an anniversary, a birthday, a passing date. The month of March is the same. Both of them are very important to him. And the number 27 is very important to him. So he's going to be a gray-haired gentleman. When he passed, he still had like a full head of hair. That was something that like was joked about. Something that was important to him was his full head of hair. When I ask him about like colors that he would be associated with or colors that he liked in his human life, it was really funny because he shows me like a million different things that are yellow. Yellow flowers, yellow cars. When he walks towards me, he's a taller gentleman and he has like a limp on his like right side. He makes me feel like there's something going on with like the hip, knee type area. Maybe a hip replacement or a knee replacement. When I ask him about his hobbies, his exact sentence is, "What didn't I do? What didn't I do?" That's the sentence. What didn't I do? He loved life. He had a stern personality to some, but to the people that knew him well, like he was known for his laugh and his smile. Once you got in with him, once you had like that relationship with him, he would give you the shirt off his back. He actually shows me him, like a much younger him, like giving the shirt off his back. Like that was something that he would really do for people. He would really be there for people when they needed it. He was a man that liked to drive, that kind of you would see in like polos. He's like, I get my hands dirty, but it's not something like, he wouldn't get his hands dirty in his job. Like on the weekends and when he was off work, it would be that he was constantly doing projects. So this gentleman is going to be in his 80s. The months of December and March are very important to him. Like December is especially important. Like jump off the page important. The number 27 is also important to him. His personality is very stern, but he is known, like, once you kind of get in, you get that relationship with him, like, he was an amazing guy. Like, everybody knew his laugh, his smile. He would give something, like the shirt off his back to help people. He shows me, like, a lot of, like, dressing in polos. Not, like, super dressed up, but dressing, like, nicer. He doesn't make me feel like he was very, like, he would get dirty during his job. He makes me feel like he shows me, like, weekend projects that would be honey-do lists. Yeah, honey-do list. So, like, he's showing me, like, a fridge with, like, a to-do list for him. So the gentleman is tall. He's not, like, heavier, but he's not, like, super thin either. He looks just perfect. He's got a full head of gray hair, which was something important to him, that he passed with a full head of hair. There's some type of joke that goes around about that full head of hair. When he presents to me, when he walks towards me, he, like, shows to me with, like, a limp. So it's on the right side, like it's like a hip or a knee, a hip replacement, a knee replacement. There's something in there with that. He makes me feel that he's showing me like a little girl. He's showing me that his granddaughter is going to be that you are probably his granddaughter. Yeah, you are his granddaughter. When I ask him about his passing, he's very reserved about his passing. It's kind of interesting how reserved he's being. He's really, like, one of his sentences is, like, one of his sentences is that I was just an old man. So we'll recap one more time. So this is a male in his 80s that's passed on. He makes me feel that there is a granddaughter in here. His granddaughter. The color yellow meant something to him. He showed me like multiple things with the color yellow. The month of December and the month of March are also important to him. This can be anniversary, passing dates, birth dates. The number 27 is also important. When I asked him about his hobbies, he literally came out with a very clear sentence. What didn't I do? He makes me feel like he had a very stern personality to people that weren't like his friends or, you know, somebody that he would like be around all the time. But that once you got over that bridge, like that's when everything like would change. He was known for like his laugh, his smile, like giving the shirt off his back. He was a super nice guy. When he presents to me, he presents with a full head of gray hair. And that was something that was important to him. He was tall. When he walks towards me, he shows me with a limp. The limp is kind of geared more towards that there's something going on in that right side. Like a knee or a hip, some type of replacement that happened. When he shows me, when I talk about his relationship, like he shows me like the little girl like growing up. Like this is his granddaughter growing up. And you guys had a very close bond. Can anybody resonate with this 100%? Yes, I am positive that this is a man. Hey, Beck. Hey, Beck. I'm positive that this one's yours. Hi. All right, everybody. Thank you. So, all right, everybody, I need you guys to hold your comments so that I can talk to A. Beck. I'm going to continue on this reading. It's okay. Everybody hold those comments. So, A. Beck, do you have a male in passing that passed in his 80s or around his 80s? Okay. So, do you resonate with the months of December and March then? The number 27 is also very important to him. Passing in March makes sense for the month of March. Okay, that makes sense. So then, did you resonate the week before his birthday? Alrighty. So then, was he like a really stern man until like you got to know him, and then he was like known for like his laugh and his smile? Okay, that was going to be my next question. So then, so he had that personality, like, what didn't I do? It was really funny because that was what his exact words to me when I asked him about his hobbies was, what didn't I do? Is that kind of the line that he goes on? Okay. So then, does it make sense to you that he like bragged about his gray hair? Like that he had a full head of hair? Yeah, the honey to-do list on the fridge. He literally shows me like a fridge with like a honey to-do list. That his wife kept him very busy. Okay, well then that's the joke behind it. I thought that was really funny. And then do you resonate with that limp? Okay. He, like, when I asked him about his passing, like, usually I get at least something more, but he literally just said, I was just an old man. There wasn't anything special. I was just an old man. Okay, awesome. So then, the little girl that he's playing with and throwing into the air, I'm guessing that that's you two, that you guys had like a really close bond, just because he emphasizes you a lot. Like anytime that I looked up at the screen, I wasn't even looking directly at the screen. Your name was highlighted, especially when we started to get to like this little girl. And he shows the first picture that he showed me was him throwing you into the air. He shows me like, it's really funny because he keeps showing me this instance and you have like this cute little laugh every time that he does it. And it like would just melt his heart. He's showing me like wrapping around the finger, like you were wrapped around his finger. He's showing me that you were there a lot for him in his passing. Do you resonate with that? and that it was really hard on you. He's showing me like a lot of like, there was a lot of tears. There was a lot of like, almost like he was your dad. It was like the bond that you guys had was almost like a father-daughter relationship versus what you guys' titles actually were. Does that make sense with you? He doesn't want you to have regrets or guilt for not being there with him in his passing. Do you resonate with that? Okay. So you need to know that this man, this old man, is still, you know, when he presents to me, he presents to show me that he has like, that he had a knee problem in his human life. But know that after his passing, he has no pain. During his passing, he had no pain. He did not suffer at all. He was ready, and he shows me that he lived a very full life, and that he was very honored because of the way that his life went. He feels that he was very honored with the relationship that you guys had, and that you trusted him with that close relationship, and that's what meant a lot to him in his life. So know that even in passing, you know, even after they pass, they still show this enormous signs of how much that they love the people that are still on earth, and how much he loves you, and how much he still feels that close-knit bond with you. This gentleman, when you look for signs, he actually is going to stand on your left-hand side, and he's going to be one of those guys that you can like feel the pressure. So if you take a couple of nice deep breaths and you sit in your room, try to get a quiet place away from everything, and taking a couple of deep breaths and just allowing it, you're going to feel like pressure on that left side, on that left shoulder, because he's trying to make sure that he's nudging you in the right direction. He makes me feel like there's been a lot of bumps, and it's been hard on you, but know that your bumps are kind of starting to smooth out, and it won't be, that they're smoothing out, and that it won't be so bad anymore. All right. So, my dear, thank you so much for coming into my live tonight. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect with your loved one. I'm so glad that I was able to do this for you this evening. If you would like to schedule a private with me, you are more than welcome to. I have time in May or going into June, whichever works for you if you would like to. Sending you so much love. You are so welcome. Sober girl, I'm so glad that you love it here. So, postcards. So, postcards are sent out by your loved ones when they send messages through somebody else's reading. That's pretty much what it is. So, a lot of times when you do these spirit-led readings on the live, you'll find that some of the things that you resonate with. So when you resonate with those things, make sure that you're taking that in. And that's your loved one saying hello. It might not be your loved one that's actually coming through for the reading, but they're just digging little messages into other people's readings. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome in. I'll be getting ready to get started on my last one for this evening. Kimmy, yes, 110%. Those postcards are amazing. I love it when they do that just because it really gives everybody kind of a message that resonated with it. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. So for those of you guys that do not know me, my name is Brittany and I'm a psychic medium. And tonight I'm doing spirit-led mediumship. Spirit-led mediumship is all about just the random reading. It's whatever spirit comes through, I let come through. Only one comes through at a time. I have no control over who it is, where they're coming from, where their loved one comes from. I just relay the messages that are given to me. So I'm just taking a few minutes and then I will get started on my last one. I'm so glad that it's peaceful in here. Definitely, Kimmy. I'm so glad that you found me on the FYP. All right, guys, I just need another minute. Jen, can you meet me by the opening for my office real quick? Guys, stay right there. Jen? Come here. Causing me to sweat horribly. Hi, guys. All right, guys. So I have horrible back problems, and I decided to put patches on my back tonight, and they're not helping. So I do a spirit-led mediumship every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Nice to meet you, too. I actually just had those on my back. I just had lidocaine on my back. They were burnt. Well, maybe they weren't lidocaine. They might have been menthol. Yeah, I have really bad lower back pain. I have some discs that are out in my lower back, and my hips are off. There's a whole bunch of problems. It's all good, though. Oh, thank you. I got a bunch of them. Oh, do you? All right, guys, let's get started with this last one. Yes, you always save the day. All right, guys, so this is the last one. And for those of you guys that are just coming in, my name is Brittany and I'm a psychic medium. And tonight we are doing spirit-led mediumship. And we have had already 2 amazing readings. So let's wrap it up with our last amazing reading. So make sure that we are not putting our personal information into the chats. Let's make sure that all of our messages, we are just using things like my family or my loved one, so that we don't have any spammers. We want to make sure that we keep this as neutral as possible. I love keeping the energy in this room very loving and caring, and I don't want any scammers to scam you guys over. So, as always, make sure that you're not putting your personal information in. Make sure that you know that if somebody messages you, anybody from the spiritual community, and says, hey, I can give you a reading, say, hey, no, you can't, block, because they are scammers. If you would like a reading with me after this and you haven't been read in here, the link is in my bio. That is the only way that you can schedule with me, is through my link. That is the only way that you can communicate with me. So please make sure that if you would like to communicate with me, that's how you communicate with me. You have so many blocked, yeah. All right, guys, let's pull this last one. So I have a female coming through. She passed away in a car accident. The months of July and May are important to her. These can be anniversary, birth dates, passing dates. The number 18 means something to her as well. The woman presents to me with long brown hair or longer hair. I mean, it's not like to the butt, but it's just longer brown hair. And she presents to me in a purple dress. She really likes the color purple. She shows me purple flowers, purple dress. When I ask her about what she did for a living in her life, she shows me scrubs. She keeps showing me scrubs. So, working in a hospital, nursing home. She has kind of a quiet personality. But that once like her relationship started to grow with you, like she became more open and kind of more outgoing. When I ask her if she has children, she shows me the number 2. This woman passed away from a car accident. She makes me feel that nobody else was in the car but her. She makes me feel that people would have thought that she suffered. But for her, her passing was quick. When she passed, she left behind a significant other. She shows me like a tall man, short hair, and the hair is dark. So the person that I have coming through is a female. When she passed, at first she showed me like the ages between 30 and 40, but now she's really going towards like the 40s. She presents to me in a purple dress, and she shows me a ton of purple things. Purple flowers, purple shirts, purple, anything that you can even imagine is purple. Purple butterflies. The months of July and May are very important to her, as well as the number 18. She had a very quiet personality at first. Like, to get to know people, she has like that really quiet personality. But as you like as you like get to know her, as she like opens up, she like is almost like a flower. She shows me that she has 2 children. When I ask her about her kids, she keeps telling me the number 2. She shows me her wearing scrubs. She shows me like either working in a hospital or a nursing home, something along those lines. When she presents to me, she presents with longer brown hair and a long purple dress. She's a very beautiful woman. The way that she passed was in a car accident. It was something that people would have thought like she suffered, but that people need to know that she didn't suffer, that her passing was actually rather quick. Does anybody resonate with this 100%? If you resonate with this 100%, put the butterflies in the 100% sign. Caitlin, she has two, but one of them passed before she did. So she just keeps showing me the number 2 when I talk about her children. She hasn't started talking about that one of them's passed. I'm trying to get her to kind of communicate, but so this is definitely a car accident where she was in the car accident. She shows me her being kind of thrown around. She makes my head feel foggy when she shows me her head hit the windshield. Caitlin, I really think that this one's yours too. As soon as I said your name out loud, she keeps saying your name. Caitlin, is this woman like a sister to you? Did you guys have a relationship that was kind of like a sister? She keeps like showing me that you guys have like almost like a sister relationship. You guys were very close. Does that make sense? Okay. So you resonate with, do you resonate with her passing in her, she originally showed me 30s and 40s, but when I questioned her again, she more points towards her 40s. Do you resonate with this? Everybody, please hold your comments so that I can talk to Kathleen. Or, I'm sorry, Caitlin. Okay. So then, do you resonate with the color purple for her? Okay. So does it make sense to you that she would show up to me in like a purple dress? Like it's a really pretty purple dress. Yeah, like it's literally a to the floor dress. It's a beautiful dress that she presents with. So do you resonate with the month of July and May and the number 18? Okay. And then do you resonate with like her having a quiet personality until like you kind of got to know her and then or she got to know you? I think it was more of her getting to know you and then she kind of like her personality kind of exploded. Okay. Yeah, she kind of makes me feel like she kept herself reserved, that there was something that kind of happened that triggered her to kind of stay reserved. And then once like she got to know you and she knew she was safe, that then she could like explode. It's almost like a Jack in the Box and you're just cranking and cranking and cranking and then all of a sudden she goes boop. So then do you resonate with like the scrubs? She kept showing me scrubs. Like either working in a hospital or a nursing home. Okay. And then did you resonate with like the brown hair, the longer hair? Okay. And then, so you resonated with the accident, then the crash? Yeah. Because she's definitely showing me like, she shows me the accident. She shows me like her head hitting. So when when past loved ones want to show me a car accident or an accident of any sort, they literally show me like the symbol for accident. So she showed me like the symbol for an accident. She showed me a vehicle. She showed me her hitting her head quite hard. And that some people might have believed that she passed or that she was suffering longer than what she actually was. She wants people to know that she actually didn't suffer like what people thought she suffered. Does that make sense to you? Okay. So there's something surrounding this incident where there's a lot of feelings of like, what could I have done? What could I have done to change the situation? And she doesn't want people to live in that. She doesn't want people to live in that, what can I do different, that guiltiness. She wants people to just remember her. Remember her in the positive light. Remember the good things. Does that make sense to you? Okay. She makes me feel like there was a lot of guiltiness surrounding her passing from multiple people. She makes me feel like it's something that some people have really struggled to get over, that hump of that guilt. And she really wants you guys to move forward because it's not something that she wants you to hang over for her lifetime. There wasn't anything that you guys could have done differently. Do you have a close relationship with her child? See, now she's showing me a child. One of the children is in passing. She's showing me like a little girl. do you resonate with a little girl being passed? There's a little girl with her. I want you to take a mental note of this. This could be a miscarriage. This could be somebody else's child that she's close to. Like one of her siblings had a miscarriage. But there's multiple little people with her. This one is something that is of importance, though, to somebody else. So I would take a mental note of that in case something ever comes out or you're having a conversation with somebody else. Now, remember when our spirits show like little ones with them, it could be that the little one is passed on in stillbirth, in miscarriage, in something like that, and their souls are still there. So know that could be what she's trying to represent. It could be somebody else that had a miscarriage, or something, to that nature. And she's trying to make sure that they know that child's with her. So, Caitlin, know that your aunt is with you all the time. She's with you, trying to help you, trying to be there with you, especially because she shows me a lot of like up and downs. You hit that smooth patch and then you kind of go through some up and downs. She wants you to know that she is with you during those up and downs, trying to help you, trying to guide you, and how much that she appreciated your relationship. Does that make sense to you? You are so welcome, Caitlin. Thank you so much for coming into my live tonight. If you wanted to do a private reading with me, you are more than welcome to. My link is in my bio. But I want to thank you so much for coming through. So tonight, guys, was Spirit-Led Mediumship. The Spirit-Led Mediumship is always free. All of the readings are all at random. Good night, Jody. I just got done completing the third and final reading for this evening. I will be back on next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time to do Spirit-Led Mediumship. No. Thank you guys all for coming in tonight. I truly appreciated opening up to your family tonight. If you guys would like to schedule with me, Sober Girl, message me. Go onto my Insta and message me and I'll send you the link. I will definitely do that. Caitlin, thank you so much for coming into the live tonight. Thank you, Abec. You are so welcome. Sweet dreams, Sober. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you guys so much. I will be back live on Monday for Spiritual Awakening Talk. And then next Tuesday, so a week from tonight at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'll be back on for Spirit-Led Mediumship. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'm sending so much love out to you guys. Good night.